What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So, guys, many of us forget who was one of the OGs in this hip-hop space at podcasting. And that was the brother Taxstone, okay? His name is Daryl Campbell. Now, he had some problems before. He's been, in the system before, things like that. But Taxstone had a huge following. I believe he was somewhat of a rapper. I don't know how good he was, but he did have a poppin' podcast, right? And had he still been up right now, he would be, definitely the truth. I don't know if he would be as big as DJ Academics, but like I said, man, he was growing a large audience, right? And this is important because as a brother who had a lot of problems, he was getting himself together. And that reminds me of so many of us as black men. Make some mistakes, you lived a life, but like the old folks would say, God brought you out. You know what I mean? He gave you another chance. Some of the Christian folks say, thank God for another chance, or all that. You guys remember those kind of phrases, right? So now, boom, you're doing your thing, right? You're getting money. You in New York City. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the best, the biggest market for hip hop. Man, you making things happen. You doing things happen. You making things happen, rather. Then you find yourself in a beef with Troy Ave. Troy Ave was also a rapper. And then somehow you get into some situation where at a concert y'all get into it, and right before T.I. was supposed to perform, you end up shooting the bodyguard of Troy Ave, right? So you done been in jail ever since then. Then you get convicted. Now you got to get sentenced. Now your stuff is over. By the time you get out, other folks done built audiences. You got Adam 22 out there. You got whoever else out there. Who knows? Just Purdy things might have started grifting and going over to hip hop, podcast somebody in, and have like 100 million subscribers. Now, we're saying that because I see this so many times with black men. I talked about Brother Shawn Campbell. Brother Shawn Campbell most likely didn't get his page deleted. He's probably doing Ramadan. But Brother Charleston White, these brothers out here who have the innate ability to build an audience, to do some things, to create a lot of opportunities for himself. And then, you talk about racism and white supremacy and things like that. And then you get, black men have this opportunity in an industry that they really understand. They can connect with people, and you just see the black men just dropping the ball, man. And it's sad because a lot of brothers, man, got so much talent. And I used to see that, man, with a lot of black men that had talent, man, straight from Del Paso Heights, and they get out of jail. Man, they dudes can't even stay out for a year. And then they go right back. And then dudes can do all kind of things, man. I done heard stories of so many brothers in jail that, met some of the most talented guys in prison. And they just can't make it happen on the streets. Dudes can sing, dudes can rap, dudes can do all kind of stuff, man. But they behind those bars. And whenever they get an opportunity, they can't get out their own way. And I noticed that with a lot of brothers, man. Like, you can't stay out your own way, even on this YouTube thing. I see brothers, man, they have great channels, man. They're really good at this business, but, they can't stay consistent enough, or, what I'm saying, that they beefing with somebody, or they still out here in the streets doing some things, man. And then they just can't stay out their own way. And then you look at somebody else come into your circle, fill the void. That person not even good. And that person comes in and get a whole entire bag off the culture, because as black men, many times we can't stay out our own way. If we not beefing with each other, are arguing with each other. You know, we can't even be, you know, man enough to say, look, man, you know, I got a real issue with you and you got an issue with me, right? But here what we gonna do. We both in the same industry and we in the same business, right? So because we in the same business and we in the same industry, here's what we gonna do. We gonna stop this beefing. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know, we know how things can get. So, you know, for right now, we gonna have a mediator or a mentor hop in between our situations so that don't nobody get hurt, or if don't nobody get hurt, then don't nobody have no issues. That's what we need to be doing as black men, right? But we can't do that a lot of times. And then we could be the ones that really lead our family to success. Like, look at the people that Taxstone like probably had depending on him. Sometimes when we make decisions, man, God give gifts to certain people. And like, what I'm saying is, a lot of times you black men are a blessing to somebody else and you just don't know it. You don't know it. You might be the one that's supposed to open doors for somebody else that might be coming through that's greater than you. And that might be your job. You know what I'm saying? But because you're not making a good judgment, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to do that. And you're going to cost yourself, not only yourself an opportunity, but you're going to cost other people an opportunity just off of being immature. Just off of being immature about the situation. And this is something that as black men, we gotta stay away from. We gotta get away from foolishness, man. Like, if we don't do nothing else, foolishness, we need to start, like, really seriously start rebuking foolishness, man. We got to, because we are the ones missing out on the money. We are the ones missing out on the opportunities. And it would be different, like if it was in the 60s. All right. The black man ain't getting as many opportunities. Okay, cool. But you know what the white people know now? And whoever else know now? All right, you know what? You can give these brothers, at first in the 60s, they were scared to give us opportunities because we were more united as a people. So if you gave it to us, we had enough sense to stick together and do the right thing, right? And I know Taxstone is Afro-Honduras, but you know, he's growing up with the African-American mentality, something like that, right? That's how New York City is. A lot of brothers from different areas. But now they don't even have to do that. They ain't got to do that. They can give us all the opportunities we want, man. Just give them any kind of money. It don't matter. And we already know what's going to happen. We already know how it's going to be. We already can count on them to do something that don't make no sense. You know? And then you go out there and mess the bag up for yourself, mess the bag up for everybody. Somebody got to end up dying. You're going back to jail. So instead of you being out and making $20 million and being on the other side of the game, now you fighting for your life. Your kids ain't going to have what they supposed to have. You're not going to meet no more new people or no new friends. Nothing. Everybody's suffering behind what your ass did. And most of us families, we probably going to be the first person to make it. It might not be fair, but that might be you to take your family out of poverty and you got an opportunity, but you're thinking about something small. Leave that street stuff in the streets, man. When you get on, man, leave that dumb stuff in the streets. Don't nobody got time for foolishness, man. Anything that's not conducive, I urge you, brothers, man, leave that alone. Meeting up and talking about I'm gonna meet up and fight somebody over, man. Yeah, man, look, let's get up out of here with that BS, right? But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Which is your fault that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.